Hello, my name is Jimmy Lee Combs, writer, director, and producer here in Colorado. Now, while I spend a great deal of time behind the camera, I'm also an actor and enjoy the process very much. Having studied in acting classes for several years and making films since 2006, it has inspired me to share my knowledge. I'm also very proud to have directed Hollywood talent. But at the end of the day, I can say that my favorite part of the filmmaking process is working with actors. It's something I love very much and enjoy. It's with this perspective that I'm emphasizing the actor-director relationship in my classes. After all, aside from our fellow actors, the directors who we're working with just as closely to convey his vision to the audience.
I had an amazing and I'd have to say transformational experience taking class with Jimmy Lee. I think because he's a film director, he is also, he's really an actor's director. And what I mean by that is that he knows how to redirect for things that are actionable and needed in a scene from the actor's perspective. And I think a good director knows how to do that. They obviously have lots of responsibility on the other side of the camera, but any good actor's director, any good film director, in my opinion, knows how to guide an actor based on what is needed from their end of things. So I saw that in the classes that I took with Jimmy Lee.
Now, one of the techniques I will teach is the importance of action verbs. How often as actors do we get the vague direction of, give me more, wait, give me less, no, give me a little bit more. It's enough to make our eyes go cross-eyed at times. Now, when an actor is given something simple as an action verb, for example, it gives us more to sink our teeth into in order to get across the emotion the director is trying to convey.
An actionable verb. So he's like, if you could be playful, with that, the way you're picking up the mug and taking a sip of the coffee and being like, so just the action of doing the thing and those two things, like the verb itself and the actual action of that added into the scene, just gave it so much, and for lack of a better word, like texture to the scene, but it really gave the scene life.
In addition to traditional scene study work, I'll also be giving students exercises that can be applied to their film work. For example, I like to give a scene where two actors are sitting in a cafe. We'll film it 2 times. The first time will be a little more static and a little more raw, and the actor may or may not be nervous. And then we'll do it a second time, and especially if I observe that the actor was nervous, for example, and I'll give the actor a coffee mug. Since if it was an actual cafe, it would feel natural to have a coffee mug that you would be drinking while you're conversing, etc. And we'll film it that way. And often what we'll find, and we'll play it back, after we film it in the class, we'll take a look at it. And often what we'll find is that having that mug in there really loosened up the actor more. It made them feel more natural in the scene. It made it feel more organic. And overall, it was the better take of the two.
We go and watch, and you can see, from the first time we did it to the second take, what a difference, that one redirected, how it just brought the scene to life, and it just made it so much more real. I understood his direction, and it was concise, and it made sense immediately, and I was able to make the change, and it stuck with me. I still remember that moment. So
this technique can be seen to great effect in the opening of The Godfather, when Don Corleone is sitting in his chair behind his desk, and he's having a conversation, and he's got a cat that's in his hands and is being very playful with him, and he's talking about respect and friendship. And it's such a serious scene, but this organicness of him playing with the cat just gave it a real natural feel to the scene. It was really great. You got to check it out.
Less nervous because number one, it helps to get me focused outside of myself. So it's not about me anymore. It's really about the environment, and it's about my scene partner and what she's doing.
With my roots as an actor, I can relate to all the headaches that we experience, the most common being footage and lack thereof. How often are we sending email after email to filmmakers trying to get any bits of footage that we can for our demo reels, and we hear nothing back? I know the pain all too well. which is why every actor who signs up for my classes is going to receive a demo reel that I'm personally going to put together for you. And while you're waiting on footage, we're going to go out and shoot a professional scene to help build your demo reel.
I hate to say it, but quite often we don't get the footage that we're promised. So I have come to the point where it's like, create your own content, and I don't have the capabilities of creating myself. I don't have the equipment, and I certainly can't do it all myself. So to have an offering like what Jimmy's offering here is I'm beyond excited about.
I don't want to get too salesman-y on you guys, but yes, classes with everything I've mentioned will be $110 a month. And I know that the struggle is real as artists, which is why I want to keep the prices affordable and deliver value. Classes will be every Thursday for 3 hours in the evening. And if you'd like to learn more or to sign up for classes, please email me at heartandfireproductions@gmail.com. Let's keep practicing and honing our skills together. Thank you so much for watching, and looking forward to hearing from you.
So he's like, if you could playfully, is that a word?